Well, if you're mad before about the result of the last two games the Green Bay Packers have played, especially Monday night, I promise you're still going to be mad after watching today's video, because how is this even possible from Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay Packers? I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about in just a second. But before that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. It's free, it's easy, and it helps us mount the comeback against Bears now. Right now, they have a 21 subscriber lead? Not bad. It's a lot closer. I think last time we checked in on this, they were like up 100 subscribers. So we're making the comeback. We need to finish it off today. If you haven't joined us yet, make that change today and hit that big red sub button. The more film I watch of Monday night's game against the Philadelphia Eagles and the more stats I dive into, the more upset that I get. And we're just going to dive right into it. Did you know that Green Bay has let up 39 points and 780 yards in the 3 losses they've had this season, which is unbelievable. It shows you just how great that this defense has been and just how poor this offense has been at capitalizing on the defense's prowess, performances. Well, the Green Bay Packers are the first team in the NFL to allow less than 40 points and fewer than 800 yards over their first 3 losses of a season since 1940. Guys, it's 2025, almost 2026. This is an 85-year-old statistic. And not to date myself, but when that happened in 1940, I was negative 60 years old. The Green Bay Packers are doing things this year that are unprecedented. And it feels like a generational defense is wasted. It feels like this is the first time in a very, very long time that when the defense is out there on the football field, you got a lot of confidence in their ability to get a stop. And even the more frustrating part about this statistic, which I don't even know how it's possible, is that you've got an offensive-minded head coach and a quarterback that is making $55 million a year. It feels like the exact opposite of Aaron Rodgers' teams and his years at the Green Bay Packers. It felt like after that Super Bowl, year after year, it was, man, can this defense just make a stop for the love of God? And if you'd be able to do that, Aaron Rodgers would not have just won 1 Super Bowl in Green Bay. But now it's the exact opposite. The defense is making stop after stop after stop, and Jeff Hafley is sitting in there in the booth with a headset on just like mine saying, for the love of God, can this offense just put a point up on the board? Because in your 3 losses against the Cleveland Browns, Carolina Panthers, and the Philadelphia Eagles, your offense is averaging 10 points. 10 points. And over the last 2 games, you've gone in opponent territory 12 times and come up with 20 points. Against Carolina and against Philadelphia, you crossed the 50-yard line 12 times and only got 20 points with that. The red zone scoring is non-existent. The capitalization of great drives in enemy territory is non-existent. And sure, it doesn't help when you don't have a kicker that you trust unless it's inside the 35-yard line. But still, that's ridiculous. Look, the offensive line is bad. Matt LaFleur's decision-making is bad. Nobody is making plays. Not a soul. The first game, post-Tucker Kraft, tight ends and wide receivers, they teamed up to have 39 yards after the catch. Nobody's breaking off long runs. Nobody's making big catches down the field. Nobody's making guys miss. Nobody's doing anything, man. And it is so frustrating to watch. What do you think? What do you think Packers' biggest problem is right now? There's a lot of them, okay? But I want you to tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below and let me know your answer. Another thing that I don't even know how it's possible is after 5 games, okay, this talks a little bit more about Matt LaFleur and his head-scratching play-calling decisions. After 5 games, the play action rate of this team was third in the National Football League. Okay? Third. Jordan Love's quarterback rating off play action, his passer rating was 128.0. That is elite right there. Since those first 5 games, the 4 games since, this team is 29th in play action usage. So you took something that you were the best at in the National Football League, that you ran more than anybody else, that your quarterback had more success with than anybody else, and you've just totally and utterly abandoned it. Like, from a head coach who is an offensive mind, who takes care of the play calling, how is that even a thing? How is that even possible to do that? Something that you're having so much success with that's giving you wins against really good teams like the Detroit Lions, the Washington Commanders at the time, not this version of the Commanders. How do you even do that? It seems like that right there is coaching malpractice. And I get it. You're struggling with one of the football. That's going to hurt the play action usage just a little bit. But to fall from third most in the first 5 games, where your quarterback had a passer rating of 128 flat, to 29th, the exact antithesis of that, top 3 to bottom 3, it's unbelievable. There are just so many things wrong right now with this offense. So many things. But it starts with a head coach who's not putting them in the positions to have success. That's where it starts, ladies and gentlemen. It starts up top, and it all trickles down from there. And I get it. You had people out against the Philadelphia Eagles. No Tucker Kraft, no Matthew Golden, no Jayden Reed. You are missing a lot of really good playmakers. Frankly, guys, I don't care. You got a $55 million a year quarterback, and you got a head coach whose sole job it is to scheme guys open, get them the ball in space, and move the football down the field. And you're not doing that. We got more coming up. Don't go anywhere, okay? Do you think Matt LeFleur should get fired? Give me a yes or a no in the comment section down below. Seen a lot of this dialogue on social media over the last couple of weeks. Curious where you guys sit. You let me know your answer. And with that, we'll tell you about our sponsor. Underdog is the sponsor of today's show, and they are my favorite sponsor that we've got on the Packers Report because I use them every single weekend, and you should as well. Football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Let's cut to the chase. If you download the app today and sign up with promo code Packers Report, you score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. Here's my Underdog lineup for some college football action this weekend. Give me the lower on Arch Manning, 220.5 pass yards against the Georgia Bulldogs. Give me the higher on Trinidad Shambliss, 272.5 pass yards against Florida. And if we're talking SEC QBs, give me the lower on Ty Simpson, 270.5 pass yards. That Oklahoma defensive front is something really, really special. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code Packers Report to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Packers Report. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older, 19 or older in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or older in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia. And present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/playing-good-terms_DFS_details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For the last little bit of today's show, we're going to do what we always do. We're going to look at who has the edge in Sunday's matchup this time against the New York Giants. We're going to go position group by position group. I'll tell you which team I favor. We're going to start up top with the head coach. Look, I know we just ranted for about 8 minutes about how poor of a job Matt LeFleur is doing. The head coach is in favor of the Green Bay Packers in this matchup because Brian Daboll just got fired. And they have an interim head coach in Mike Kafka, which if Matt LeFleur gets outcoached by an interim, fire him on the spot. Honestly, swear, hand to God right now, they should do that. But guys, I get it. We don't like MLF right now, but, Packers have the edge when it comes to head coach. Quarterback, Packers as well. I think Jackson Dart has had an unbelievable season. I think he's been probably the best rookie quarterback in the league this year for the 2025 class. But Jordan Love. The Giants would rather have Jordan Love. I'd rather have Jordan Love. He's the better quarterback of those two. So not much of a discussion has to go on right there. Running back, I'd favor Green Bay as well, even though of the three we've talked about yet so far, I think this is one that's the closest. But Josh Jacobs is really the only bright spot you can take from these last two games. He's a dog. He's a workhorse. He's a beast. Give me Josh Jacobs over Tyron Tracy and everybody else that's in New York. Wide receiver room, I'm going to go Packers here as well. Green Bay's is beat up, but, I mean, if Malik Neighbors was in, I would give the edge to the New York Giants. But he's not. He's hurt. Tore his ACL in like week 4 of the season, maybe week 5. I don't remember when. Their wide receiver one is Darius Slay. So give me Green Bay. Offensive line, I'm going to give this one a push. Look, the Giants' offensive line isn't good. Guess what? Neither is Green Bay Packers. Okay, so big boys up front on the offensive side of the football. I think it's dead even. Big boys up front on the defensive side of the football. I think it favors New York, okay? I think that New York's defensive line, in my opinion, is probably one of the only ones that is better than Green Bay's. They got Dexter Lawrence, who is a top 3 interior defensive lineman. They got Brian Burns off the edge, Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge, Abdul Carter off the edge. Guys, they have a lot of really talented players. And I think Green Bay's is great, but I think there's just more depth in New York. So give me the Giants there. Linebackers, I'm going to go with Green Bay Packers. Look, I think this is probably, in my opinion, one of your best sides of the football or position groups this year. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Quay Walker, loving what I'm seeing from Edgerrin Cooper as well. And in the quarterback room, I think I'm loving what I'm seeing from Carrington Valentine and Keyshawn Nixon. I thought they had unbelievable games against the Philadelphia Eagles. Pass breakups, they're all over the place, short tacklers, and that also is the same to say about the safety room. I'm going to give the Packers the edge there as well. Look, you are better than this Giants team. Flat out, plain and simple. You got the better roster. You got the better players pretty much on every side of the football and every position group. You need to win this game. You have to win this game. And if you don't win this game, man, I might start pressing the panic button on this football season. Something you guys need to press is the follow button on Twitter and on Instagram. You'll find me on both those platforms. And if you have not yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Daily videos right here on the Green Bay Packers Report. We only talk Green Bay. That's why this is the best place to be if you love the green and gold.